Good afternoon, Facebook Live, and welcome to the Different Perspective Show. My name is Joshua Jackson, and today we have a special guest. Her name is Paige. She's actually a young lady. She's going to tell us her story. But a couple of things before I start with that. I do want to let you guys know what our show is about. Our show is all about helping those that's in need or looking for direction. It's almost like a central of therapy. We know a lot of people can't afford to go to therapy, but it's good sometimes to hear somebody that's going through the same situation that you have been through, or seems to see darkness and you're looking for light. And that's kind of where our show come from. Lately, we've noticed that a lot of kids in our normal future has been facing dramatic issues. And this is where I kind of get our young, besides just our older group in. And we need to hear them also. I think sometimes we get lost as parents, not really listening to our kids and really listening to what they have to tell us. And I think it's very important. Fortunately, like me, I do have 3 kids. So I do listen to them, but at the same time, I work a lot. So I really don't get the chance to listen to them as much as I need to. And that's sometimes what we miss. You know, whether it's one of our kids telling them, hey, mom, dad, we need to hear ear, or whatever the case may be. I just think that we need to start taking our time, slowing down, and really listening to our kids, or just watch their body language and so on. Lately, you know, I say my daughter posted up today on her page about this is the 8th month of her losing one of her best friends to depression. And again, that's why I kind of invite my show to not only the young, but to the old, because everyone have a side effect of depression. And I'm not saying that this is what today's show is about, because I have nothing to know what Paige is talking about. I just know she contacted me and said, hey, I would like to be on your show and tell my story. And I told her, hey, no problem at all. Again, my job is to reach out to those that feel they have something to tell, or just afraid to tell their parents or whatever it is. And this could be another step to them getting to their part in their life. So that's why I play my part at. Again, I want to thank you guys from live for tuning in. I'm going to introduce Paige. So Paige, would you come on up? Everybody give Paige a round of applause. Welcome aboard, Paige. Thank you for coming. Please have a seat. So, Paige, why don't you tell live a little bit about you?
Well, I'm 10 years old.
It's okay. And just to help Paige out, one of the things I do this for a reason. Sometimes us as adults, we know what the limelight is. So I'm also trying to program our young to get used to the limelight. So when the opportunity presents itself, they are prepared. So it's not all about just her telling her story. It's also me teaching. You know, it's teaching her to get ready for what's coming. And if we don't do it as adults, our kids won't know how to act when it comes. So it's going to be times that Paige is going to stutter. It's going to be times when she's going to be a little bit nervous. But again, as a leader, my job is to put her in a predicament so when the time comes to shine, she's going to shine. So just be patient with her, and she's going to do her thing, as I call it. So go ahead, Paige. You said you was 10. So go ahead. It's okay to talk up so we can hear you.
I live in Illinois.
It's okay.
I go to Grant Elementary, and
You got to talk up just a little bit. That way I can hear you.
My mom is Pat McGee. My dad is Anthony Walker.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about you?
I play basketball, soccer. I like to play sports. My favorite thing in school is math. I like to learn. I have to stay focused.
Okay. So you stated that your mom is Patricia and your dad is Anthony, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes. I have 4 brothers. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. My oldest sister is Patrice Walker. My second oldest sister is Passion Walker. Then the oldest one of all of us is Randy Shears. and then my older brother over me is Anthony Walker Jr.
Okay. Again, I do want to just tell you, just be calm, be comfortable with it. I know being on TV is a very uncomfortable thing, and I hear, but just be yourself. That's one thing about our show. It's all about being yourself. If you make mistakes, it's life. And in life, we're going to make it. But it's about adapting and making sure when it comes about that you be ready for it. All right? So it's okay if you take your time. There is no rush. We're here for an hour. Okay? So you said you have 5. Am I correct?
Yes, it's 5 months.
So you're 5. So you fit where? Where do you fit in it?
I fit in the littlest.
The littlest? What is the littlest? So you're the last one?
Yes.
All right. So you're the baby child?
Yes.
So, usually they say the baby child is usually the person that's usually the spoilers, or, they actually, it's a saying that says the baby actually be the one that lead the pack. You ever heard that before?
No.
No? Okay. A little bit later, I'll tell you about that story, okay? So, do you think you're spoiled?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think you're spoiled?
Because they care for me and they just want to watch over me. They know I'm their little sister.
Okay. But don't you think that's their job anyway?
Yes.
So that don't mean you're spoiled.
I know they get other lives. They get their own children. They get like I said, they get their own life. So they still can care about me, but I don't have to be spoiled.
So okay, but tell us what is spoiled to you. Give us some ideas of Facebook Live. What is spoiled to you?
Like they will, if I'm not doing nothing around the house, they will sometimes just ask me and say, "Do you want to go somewhere?"
Okay.
With them. Well, with themselves, with their children, or boyfriend or girlfriend, they like that.
Okay.
They'll just ask me, do I want to go somewhere, or they'll buy me something like that.
Okay. So you would say that you guys are pretty close.
Yes.
Okay. That's a good thing to have family that's close. You stated earlier that you played basketball.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about your basketball?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Tell us a little bit about what is pretty good. We don't know what that is. Tell us, where do you play at? What position do you play?
I play power forward. I play down low, bat a basket, and my part is playing by trying to stop the defense from scoring the ball.
Okay. All right. So is this your first year, second year, third year?
First year.
First year? How did you do?
I did okay for the first time playing basketball, but I think I'm going to do better this year.
Okay. So what are some things that you think you need to improve on?
My shot, my dribble, and taking my time going to the basket. Because I learned that when last year I used to get the ball and I used to push down the court because I was so scared that the other team was going to steal the ball from me, or either they was going to block me or something. So I used to push all the way down the court, and I run so fast, I just missed the basket. I either missed the layup or I either fall.
Okay. So do you tie a lot of that to be technique?
Yes.
So is it safe to say that you have to work on your technique?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the goodest thing about a lot of people I try to explain to them, and there's one thing, Paige, I've realized at a young age is that she's willing to learn. Sometimes, even adults, we get to the point that we don't want to learn anymore. Not only just that, Paige said one of the biggest things, she was able to criticize herself and know how to make herself better. And she also said the biggest thing that a lot of athletes nowadays don't say. She said team. So that means she's actually going in a good direction. It wasn't it was about her team. So that's a good thing. That's first and foremost. You also said you play soccer.
Yes.
It's very rare that you have a young African-American lady that plays soccer at a young age that you play. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, when my mom wanted me she wanted to put me in some. She just didn't want me sitting around the house. So she put me in some. I said, can I do soccer? She was shocked that I said soccer. And I did it. I wanted to give up because I thought I wasn't good enough. I didn't know how to score the ball. They kept stealing the ball from me. Over years, I got better, and then I started stealing the ball from them. And I realized that I can keep playing soccer, but I switched over to basketball. But I'm gonna still keep playing soccer. Okay.
So again, just Facebook Live, just to get some of the understanding from Paige, some of the things she did say, which is very impressive at a person at her age. She said that she wanted to give up. And I relate that back to us as adults in life. You know, we get to the point to where either it's a job or either, you know, things just not going the way it's supposed to be, we tend to give up. And it just proven that at a younger age, we've been taught not to give up. So again, I say this, that we can learn a lot from our young if we just pay attention. She's taking us back to our basic roots and realized that it was hard even during her time. So why do we as adults give up before we're willing to push through? It's a question you need to ask yourself. So Paige, can you tell us what was your guys' record?
Our record was last year was we had undefeated season. We either had a tie because we couldn't continue to tie, so it stayed at a tie or we won. So we won all the games or either tied them, and we won the championships. I did that on both soccer and basketball.
Okay, so you've improved on basketball and you've improved in soccer.
Yes.
And with you being an improvement, you became a champion.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So again, I'm gonna keep harping about a kid and adult. She faced the fire and faced the issues that was going about, but one thing that she did do, she became a champion. She became a winner. And if you don't know what that feeling is, when you win something and realize that all the hard work and effort you put in, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, me telling Paige, you know, she's going in the right direction. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
But I always tell people they like to come on the show, they like to talk. So what is your real reason that you want to come on the show and talk to us about? You told us about sports, you told us about mom and dad. So what else would you like to tell us? Life. Okay, I'm listening. We listening. Tell us about life.
Well, I really didn't have a rough life. I had a great life since now. Like,
take your time. You all right? Take your time. So, Facebook Live, my page, Getting Our Emotions Together. We'll go ahead a little bit. Again, some of the things I do tell everybody is we are raw and uncut. You know, unfortunately, life is about emotions. And I told you guys at first, the most important thing is about therapy. So right now, Paige is having a therapy moment, which that's what our show is about. Not only telling your story, but telling it and getting your therapy part in. At this moment, I don't know exactly what's in Paige's mind or what's really going on. But we will find out shortly. We just giving her a little more to get her composure together. But, you know, it's a tough thing to come in front and speak in front of a bunch of people. So again, I want to, you know, on my own, give Paige a hand because, you know, it's not easy. It is not easy speaking in front of a bunch of people. So just bear with Paige and bear with us, and she'll get to her story shortly.
Like, my mama never did drugs. My dad never did drugs. It was some hard times. Like, some days it went bad, and then it turned all around the next day. I would just forget about it. Like, it won't. I know it was hard times, but we just stuck through it and
take your time.
like those bad days, I'll say we never gonna get through this, and then the next day we should all be different. Like I'll be in a happy mood. Like nothing ever happened the day before that.
Now, again, so I can understand what you were saying, because again, I got the crying, so I got to come with you with it. So, you said that mom did or did not use
Did
drugs?
not.
Did not. You said dad did not.
Did,
Okay.
Dad did not.
Okay. So, but you guys said that you had rough times.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you consist of a rough time? Kind of elaborate to us. What is a rough time?
Sometimes my mom would drink, but at the same time, I can't stop her, but she's grown. But sometimes I'll be telling her just slow down sometimes. And then that day, like, we still be out by 10 o'clock, and I have school in the morning. I tell her mama when we go home, and she said, yeah, but sometimes she'll fall asleep, and then I just sit in the car and cry sometimes because I feel like we still be sitting here for the next day. But I'll stop crying, and then I'll wake up, and I tell her we gotta go. I got school in the morning. And then
Take your time.
I feel like the next day, like it was, sometimes it'd be awkward the next day. Like I try to be happy, but sometimes inside, like sometimes I be crying.
So just so we as Facebook, so we all can hear it, because again, I'm not sure if you guys hear. So a couple of things Paige said was that Paige said mom takes a nap. Even though she's ready to go home, Paige is kind of scared of the fact that something may happen to both of them. And again, me telling you guys, the best way I can say, this is why I say sometimes we have to listen to the kids and listen to what they say, what's going on. Go ahead.
That like that the next day I gotta go to school. Like I said, I'd be crying inside, but I'd be happy. I don't know what that feeling is. Like I know it happened yesterday, but it would still be like I'm still in the same day. When I go home, it's like I'm just super happy that we home for some reason.
So is it more or less to say that you guys are safe?
Mm-hmm.
That makes you happy?
Yes.
Have you ever talked to mom about this?
Yes.
And has there ever been any type of communication level
Yeah.
that you guys have? Tell us about the communication.
Like she'll tell me like, I'm sorry for what happened the day before, and I tell her it's okay. And I tell her that sometimes I can't stop her because she's grown. At the same time, and I'm not her mama, she's my mama. But she tell me I can tell her that I can tell her that sometimes she can stop drinking sometimes. But I tell her that she can drink sometimes, but she can keep a minimum in the house.
So is it safe to say that what your mom is going through makes you afraid that something may happen to you?
Both of us sometimes.
Okay. Have you ever reached a point to where you have to just stop mom?
Yes, sometimes. It happened once.
And what was that feeling? Well,
I feel like I had to control then because at that time it was like we switched bodies. She was being a kid, and I had to step up and tell her she had to stop.
And how did mom take that?
She took it.
As anyone can give me some tissue, please. Take your time. Well, as we all see, alcohol is a very serious thing. And here we have a young lady that's talking to her mom and kind of telling her, you know, what she see that can really harm them. Definitely knowing what's going on or why it's happened. The child is now feeling a lot of pain or feeling neglected. And it's kind of hard, again, that as a child that you can tell an adult what to do. And right now she's saying she had to become the adult and not the child. So it was hard for her to adapt. Have you ever been put in a bad situation and when mom was drinking?
I most have had put in a bad situation, but that day I had a soccer game and it was my brother's grandma's funeral. I wanted to go support him, but I said I don't want to go. And I called my first man that I said I didn't want to go. I was going to my soccer game. That night, my mama was drinking. She drove home. She had a car accident. And then I felt like when we picked up from the police station, I felt like if I was there, I probably had a broken leg then. Or I was glad she was safe, but if it was like I feel like that I would be injured or it could have been worse. So I feel like that I'm glad I fought my first man then. And sometimes I hope that like when I'm not there, she will understand that she can't drink too much. Or either if she do drink too much, stay at that place and go to sleep and don't drive home. My daddy was telling her that day, he kept texting her and telling her, you gotta come home, you gotta come home. Because he didn't want her to stay an hour late.
Give me 1 second, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab some tissue. I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Again, Facebook Live, I'm sorry about any issues. Right now, we're having technical difficulties. I don't know what it is, so please apologize for any issues that we was having. We're going to try to get back into things, so excuse me, everybody, for being patient with me. Okay, Paige, hopefully they gave you a little time to get yourself together. Again, I apologize to you myself. My cast is not getting things right. Please cut you guys' phones off, please. It's been in the recording part. Please turn your phones off. Thank you. All right. So, Paige, you was basically kind of telling us that mom had put you guys. Well, sorry. To recap, grandma had passed away from.
My brother's grandma.
Your brother's grandma had passed away, and you told mom that you didn't want to go because you felt something in you, and you don't want to put yourself in that predicament. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. And you said she was kind of glad that you didn't go because mom was actually in a car accident.
Yes.
Okay. And by mom being in a car accident, you said she was glad she didn't go for the simple fact of it is you was afraid that you could have been hurt worse.
Yes.
Am I saying this correctly?
Yes.
All right. So starting from there, is there anything that you, at that point in time when mom came in, did you say anything to mom? Did you tell her anything?
I told her, was you okay? Was it bad? Or like, was, at that time, I was just worried about, was she okay? Did anything bad happen to you? I know it was bad, but was anything worse? Was you hurt something? She was hurt. Like, she had a bruise there, then she had a broken leg. She had a broken leg to here, not broken leg, yeah, broken leg to here, down to her foot. And at that time, I felt bad because at that same time, I said, well, why didn't I go with her? Why didn't I go with her? And then at that same time, I said, I'm kind of glad I didn't go with her, but it could have been me.
So, Facebook Live, just again, go back to recap. Paige is basically saying, you know, she's glad. Well, she's upset a little bit that she didn't go because she felt she could have stopped the situation. But she's also glad she didn't go because the situation could have got worse. Again, I say this to everyone the best way I can. Usually, God gives us some type of indication that what you're doing is right or what you're doing is wrong. It's just us to listen. It's hard to say or it's hard to criticize anyone. So again, I'm not criticizing mom. I'm not criticizing dad in no way, no type or shape or form. We don't know what mom goes through. You know, we don't know what causes the situation for her to drink, that's just some of the questions we're going to ask Paige a little bit more. So we can get more in deep into it, all right? So, Paige, do you know any reason why mom may drink or what causes the issue?
Sometimes when I won't say depressed, but sometimes when she's depressed.
Yeah, talk up just a little bit.
When I won't say depressed, but I'll say depressed. Or like when she's in a bad mood, sometimes she'll drink and help her calm down or make her cheer up. But sometimes she'll drink a little too much.
Which causes you to be
sad or worried like I said, worried about my mom. If I come at home and I know she'll drink that day, I'll be so worried about her. It make my head hurt. And I'll be praying that she'll be home.
Again, everybody, we all go through certain situations in our life that we don't understand what causes issues. Here's a child that's, as more as I can say, that's begging for I guess you would call it help and guidance, or just to let you know, Mom, I do love you, and I'm not ready for you to go. I'm not ready for, you know, the world to take you from me. It's again, I can't tell you everything that Paige is feeling. Only thing I can go off is her emotions that she's having here, and just being able to support her in what she's going through. Again, it's never easy. As a child, it's never easy to be a person that, how the right word to say, I'm gonna be able to tell my mom and not get in trouble, or tell my dad and not get in trouble, because I am a child. So, you know, most times they tell us that, hey, stay in your place, or stay where you're supposed to be. But the question is ultimately is, what is my place? Where am I right, or where am I wrong to be able to say, hey, mom, sister, brother, cat, dog, whatever, hey, I see something's wrong. I don't want you to do that, because I do love you. I do want to spend the rest of my time with you. We're going to try to get Paige to talk a little bit more. You know, we're going to try to, you know, get her to laugh a little bit, get her out the emotional stage a little bit. So, but we want her to finish her story, because this is why she contacted and said she wanted to get it out, all right? So we'll let you finish a little bit, but again, take your time. There is no rush. You did state earlier that you are a very happy person.
Yes.
You also stated that mom does a great job.
Yes.
So again, I don't want Facebook to get the misunderstanding that saying that because mom does have a drink here and there, that mom is a bad person. That's not what she's saying. What she's saying is basically that, hey, mom, when you are going through your depression stage, or things are going wrong, it's okay to come to me, or it's okay to cry. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to go and think that having a drink is going to fix the problem. That's mainly what she's saying. There's nothing in her mouth that came out that said my mom's a horrible mom. There's nothing that came out that said my mom does not take care of me. So, you know, I know a lot of people judge before they know the whole true story. So that's one thing I do want to put out, because Paige did say that from the beginning. She said, you know, my mom and dad are good. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and finish with your story. I'm sorry. That was it? Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll recircle it up a little bit. What grade did you say you was in?
I'm in 4th, but I'm going to 5th this year.
So you're in 5th?
Yes.
All right. You sure?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yes.
All right. So Paige is going to 5th grade. She graduated from 4th, or made to the next level at 4th. What does your grades look like? They was?
In 4th grade, they was going up and down. I started having little A's and B's and some B's and C's, and now I tell myself that I don't get all A's and B's and have all straight on the road.
Okay. Is it a reason why your grades went up and down, or is it just
I don't think
no reason? So again, Facebook, I want to go back and still tell you guys again, even by you hearing the story, which again, hopefully it's helping someone out there out, it's still saying that that mom, no matter what, still made sure that her child grades was in order. You know, it's some parents out here that does have a drinking problem that either beats their child or do things that's really out of the norm and they're supposed to do. So again, don't get the story wrong. It's just we all have our dark side. The question is, are you able to accept the dark side and accept what's being brought to you? I'm looking at you now, Paige. You do have on Nikes, but also, you know, at a 5th grader, you look like you also have kind of bigger feet there. Can you tell me what size shoe are you wearing here?
My mom be telling me to wear like house shoes around house, but that she said if I don't, my feet will grow bigger than bed.
So what size shoe do you wear?
A 6.5.
Oh my goodness. Them shoes look pretty big from here. This does not look like a 6.5 Facebook at all. But it's good to have big feet. It helps you with your sports also. You said you played, I'm going to go back to this because I kind of went off of it. You said you played
power forwards.
Soccer.
Oh, yes.
And soccer. What position did you play in soccer?
A forward.
Forward. You sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Yes.
Okay. Did you used to play goalie?
Yes, I played really all the positions. They switch me around sometimes.
Which one do you like the best?
I like to play forward.
Forward. You want to tell us the difference between soccer forward and basketball forward?
Power forward is really to stop the defense from coming.
Is this soccer or basketball?
Basketball.
Okay.
To stop the defense from coming, you want them to come your way, but to stop them from like making a basket or something. And forward for basketball, I'm actually in the back. I'm way better basket. But in soccer, I'm in the forward I can actually move up and try to kick the ball or steal the ball from them. And to basketball, I have to stay in that position and wait until they come to me. And now start defending them.
Defending?
Yeah, defending them.
Okay. So, I've never ever in my life ever tried to play soccer. It just wasn't my forte. I didn't care too much because we ran too much. So, is it safe to say that you did a lot of running?
Yes, I love to run.
You love to run? You just be running?
Yes.
So, have you ever seen the movie, what's that, Forrest Gump?
No.
Never? Well, if you ever go watch it, it says, run, Forrest, run. So, we're going to put on our thing, it's going to say, run, Paige, run. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Well, a couple of things as we are getting towards the end. Is there anything that you would like to say to our Facebook Live? Can't look down. You gotta look at them.
Can I say
you can say whatever you want. This is your time.
I can say one.
You can say to who you want to say it to. It does not matter. You can say talk to whoever you want to. This is all about you.
I want to say to my auntie, Titi Shina, I want to have a great baby shower.
All right, that's a beautiful thing. One of the things I do a couple of things. First thing I want to tell you, it is very hard. It is hard to be a child in this era that we're in. Again, continue to talk to mom. Continue to show mom love. We don't know what mom is going through. You have to ask. You have to find out why she's going through that situation. I'm 110% sure that mom's love. I don't think mom's going to do more than 110%. Okay, well, we're going to say 200%, all right? We're 200% that mom loves.
Yes.
Don't lose your focus on what you're doing, your drive. One of the things I do hear that you say is, you have this passion about you that you don't want to quit or you don't want to give up on. Don't give up. Continue to keep pushing, continue to keep striving for greatness.
I don't think no one should give up in life.
What was that?
I don't think no one should give up in life. What they love to do.
Right. So if you guys didn't hear, Paige said she don't think anyone should give up in life. What you love to do, right?
Yes.
What you love to do, you shouldn't give up in life. But continue to do it. Continue to strive. You made 2 milestones in what you want to do. The first milestone you said is you want to be a better player.
Yes.
You overcome that. You now have been a champion.
Yes.
The next goal you said you want to get straight A's.
Yes.
A little bit I'll tell you is sometimes you reach the top and it becomes a lonely place. And what I mean by that is you have to find out what keeps on driving you. That's going to be your next hurdle. So I'm just telling you from experience, once you get to that level where everyone else is down here, you're going to have to find something that keeps you going because it's going to get boring. It's going to get to the point to ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is the point behind it? You set milestones like you just did. And when you reach that milestone, have another milestone that you can grab. Don't get lost or lackadaisical because you have reached it. Most people take forever to reach a championship. You've reached yours in a young age. So don't lose that purpose and drive. Keep going. Keep following your drive. It will be there for you. All right? Last but not least, we know you guys are going back to school, and we've started this new thing here with a different perspective is, what I did was our group packed you some school supplies and gave you a little handbag. Hopefully it can help you and mom out, if mom haven't had a chance to get it. So hope you take this gift from us. Hopefully it can help you in school, continue driving. One of the things that we did put in here is a whiteboard. And what I want you to do with this whiteboard, I want you to put your vision on that whiteboard. Just take 3 things. What a vision is what is your goals? What do you want to do? What is your top 3 things you want to do this year? And you put it on that board and you strive for those. That's what that board is for. This is your own, very own vision board inside of it. All right? So not only school supplies, you have a vision board. Okay? You see that vision, you strive, and you keep going, and you keep going further and further. Okay? So come on up. I want to give this to you.
Thank you.
Take a hug by you. Good job. Keep going. Keep being you, okay? Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Paige, for coming on. Couple of closing things, a couple of closing remarks before I start my closing remarks. The first thing I do want to say to everybody is, and hopefully this young lady opened the eyes to what's out there. You are in control of your own destiny. It's a bad in the world, and it's a how do I say this in the right way? It's a good and it's a bad. You have a choice to tell yourself which one you want to follow. Going back to Paige, she had a choice to either follow the good or she had a chance to follow the bad. Usually, most people take things that happen and they follow the bad. I'm going to go by hitting off to kind of what Paige has said. And even by the look that she portrayed when she was here, the young lady showed that she was still ready. She was still able to go. And the reason why I brought that up is because about 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a young gentleman that I met at work that came to my job. And he had on 2 earrings and he had a nose ring in, and I asked the kid, I think he's like 20, 21 years old. I asked him, I said, hey, why do you wear this nose ring? What is the symbol behind the nose ring? He said, oh, it makes me look cool. It makes the ladies like me. And I couldn't quite understand it. And one of our policies at work is, no jewelry. So the gentleman was like, well, I really don't want to follow these rules. I think I'm going to go and find me another job. Wait a minute. So you're trying to tell me, and this is me talking to a young man, you're trying to tell me that you have a job paying you $16 an hour, and you choose to keep your ring in that costs you $10, and 2 earrings that cost you another $10. So you made $30 in your body. That's going to stop you from making a living and feed your family. And he had to make a choice. And his choice was either I'm going to continue to work and make a decent pay, or I'm going to walk back out here in this street and make excuses on why I can't change. And what I'm saying to you is what Paige did today, she changed. She changed the situation that she was in. She could have easily ran again to the dark and made excuses on why she couldn't make A's, or why she couldn't be a champion, or why she never bashed her mom, but she didn't. That was the good side of choice that she chose. Again, the bad side of us would say, hey, you know what? I don't care about this. I'm going to go out and get in the streets. So be careful on what decisions that you make in your life. Be careful on what is right and what is wrong. You know, Facebook Live again. Usually I go and ask the questions, about the mom. But this was one of the ones I didn't want to really get into with the daughter on because she's more of a younger, so I didn't want to get her there with that. But again, this is my biggest thing I'm going to say to you guys. If you know someone that's in this predicament, maybe you should also talk to them. Stop judging that person. Stop being that point of finger person, because we all do it. We all point our finger and think we're better than the next, which we're not. I'm no better than anyone else that's here. No one that's in this place. I'm no better than them. Only difference is between them and me, I make my choice better. I make a different choice. And again, before you do anything, God is going to talk to you before you make that choice. He's either going to have someone call your phone. He's going to have a child that pester you. You're going to get in the car and the seatbelt doesn't work. The car doesn't do something. Something's going to happen where God is telling you that is not what he wants you to do. Now, you can do the thing and then push everybody to the side, but be ready for the consequences that comes about. So, again, part of my closing remarks is pick the best fight for you that you have a chance of winning. Stop trying to fight something that's not a chance to win. A couple of things I leave with always is don't die with your talent. And one of the things Paige did today, she said, hey, she took a choice. She said, I don't want to die with my talent. I don't want to get in this car. This is not where I want to be. So she chose not to die with her talent. Again, it's all about a different perspective. Life is what it is, but you got to have a different perspective. What if I would have got in that car? What would have happened? What if I didn't talk to my mom? What would have happened? So start thinking about those type of things and have a different perspective. Again, Facebook Live, I want to thank you guys for joining in. If you want to get on the show, feel free to contact me. My telephone number is 815-401-3180. Again, just to let you guys know, September 14th, we will be having the march, the Stop the Violence March in Maywood. Details coming up within a week. If you want to join, feel free. If you want to stop this violence, feel free. Again, guys, enjoy your evening and good night. And thank you for coming. Have a good night, everybody.